Hey everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay. Um, Coming on here to share a dream that I had back in December of 2021. Um, it was significant and stuck with me, but I wrote it down at the time, and I wasn't sure if it was something I really needed to share. It was just an awesome dream, and wrote it down so that I would remember it well later. But something happened recently um, where the Lord has led me to make a video. This really isn't my thing. I don't particularly and want to make videos, but I'm just trying to be faithful because it's pretty significant. I think this dream, it's an end times dream. Um, and I'll just kind of go through. I got it written down from when I originally had the dream, but like I said, I'll explain what happened here recently that's made me come on and share it with everyone. So, in the dream, I had arrived somewhere from an airplane, and I'm kind of reading and paraphrasing as I go, so sorry if it sounds uh, robotic or whatever. Um, I didn't know where I was, but somehow I was familiar with it. I had the impression that I had been there before, but it had been a long time. Um, I turned a corner. I'm guessing that I was in an airport. I'm not sure. And I saw what looked like a payphone. Um, like it was. I'll put up a picture of it. It's just your standard, like, what payphones used to look like. But it looked brand new, like it, because some of those older payphones are kind of rough looking, but that stood out to me. This payphone was brand new looking. And somehow I had an understanding that this phone had recently been upgraded. That it used to be a plain looking, like old style rotary phone, like the kind with the, you know, receiver on top with the rotary. Um, so I'll put up an image of that too. So I picked it up, made a call, and I was like excited making this call. Just and someone picked up, and for whatever reason, this is just what happened. It sounds generic, but I asked to speak with the synagogue in Jerusalem. I asked to speak with the synagogue in Jerusalem, Israel, and I was excited uh, because I had knowledge that I actually was known and belonged there. Um, like it was just unbelievable, the feeling, but I knew it was true. The man answered and said something to the effect of, "Haven't you heard? When was the last time you spoke to them?" And I answered, 2 days. He said something like, "They're putting something into their mouth right before they die." And I somehow knew this implied these that these people were coming back to life in a bad way. I know this sounds crazy, but this is this is just what the dream was. So right after that dialogue on the phone, the scene changed, and I'm in a large open like battlefield setting. Uh, the field right outside the city walls of Jerusalem. And I looked up some images after I had the dream and found one that was pretty much exactly what it looked like in the dream. More on that in a second. Um, and I was facing the wall from far off. Like there was a big open thing with like little trees and shrubs all the way leading up this slight hill to the wall. And there were hordes of these things up near the wall facing out towards me. Like they were up at the wall, like looking out at me, and away from the city. They were charging, like attacking, and it's hard to describe what they looked like. It was like a large collective dark wave, like cloud thing, but it was like digital. It's really hard to describe. It was like a giant mass that was like, I don't know, just digital looking, and it had little white square eyes all throughout this dark digital cloud. There's like tons of like little eyes, and there was something there floating larger in the air above them that was directing them to charge and attack. So as they kind of charged, I was somehow able to move away real quickly to avoid them, and then the dream ended as I was like going backwards away from them at like rapid speed. So yeah, I woke up and I was just like, wow. It was I don't have many dreams that are vivid like this. I've only had 2 or 3 since I've been saved that have been this significant. So I looked up those images, and I didn't think much of it at the time, and I was just thought it was significant, but I didn't think I was like, wow, that maybe that's the end time battle outside of Jerusalem. But here recently, when I was reading through I think it's John 18, where Jesus he goes over the brook, Kidron brook. I think it says he went forth with his disciples over the brook Cedron or Kidron. And so when I was reading this was like just a few days ago, the Lord led me to go like investigate, because a lot of times when I'm reading stuff, I'll go and try to look up on Google, like to see if I can find the actual place and pictures of it, just because it's awesome. So I did that with this, and it's now called, because there's no brook there, there's the Kidron Valley. And after reading a little bit, I learned that it's also referred to as a Jehoshaphat Valley, or the Valley of Decision, that's referred to in Joel 3:14. And so when I looked up images for the Kidron Valley, the Valley of Decision, referred to in Joel 3:14, it is the exact place that I saw in my dream. And I just just froze in awe, kind of like I'm feeling now. I saw, and after researching like the Battle of Armageddon, they're all gathered together, and Armageddon means hill of Megiddo. I don't know how you pronounce that exactly, but that's where all the armies are gathered. But then they come down to the Valley of Decision, which is supposed to be the Kidron Valley. So that's where the battle happens. And wow. Anyway, I don't want to make this video run too long, but I just wanted to get it out there and share with you guys. Also, I was thinking, I always wondered before realizing that this is the place, why were they at the wall facing out, and I was facing them from far away. And I realized here a couple days ago, because we're coming back with Jesus, and when we come back, it'll be we'll be that's the direction we'll be facing, because it comes down the Mount of Olives, facing the east wall there. So wow. And the thing about putting something into their mouth to where they come back to life in a bad way, I don't know how that's going to shake out, or what that exactly means, but I know the enemy counterfeits what the Lord, what's real with the Lord. So some kind of false immortality, tied in with the end time stuff, with the tribulation of, where it talks about people will seek death and they won't be able to. Like, I don't know exactly how that is going to play out when it really happens. But so, yeah, there you go, guys. It's amazing. Jesus is coming soon, super soon, a lot sooner than many think. So, yeah, I hope this blesses you. If you're able to interpret this dream further, the phone, the new phone and the old phone, I'm not really sure what to make of that, but the Kidron Valley, that just blows my mind. That I saw it before I saw it in my dream, before I'd ever seen it in images on Google. I had never researched that, nothing. So I know that's from the Lord, and yeah, so that's when I knew that I had to share it with you guys. So I hope it blesses you. Please comment any kind of interpretations or anything you want to say. God bless, guys.